What is the Democrat project?
Can't hear it.
You don't want to hear it either. Because we hear, we know it. Black men will tell you what their agenda is. It's to effeminate black men. It's always been the same agenda. Effeminate us, lock us up, you know what I mean, pacify us while they continue to make their progress for other people, right? Now, if they write that down and send that agenda in a pamphlet out to Black America, we're going to look at that, ball it up, and throw it back at them. You know what I mean? So the thing that you always have to worry about is what you don't see. It's not what's in front of your face that's the problem. It's what's behind the scenes. It's kind of like when you take a drug and they start seeing the side effects all over. Well, you know, heart attack, death, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that's worse than, I just came for a cough, you know what I'm saying? The side effects of the Democrats are worse than the problem they're supposed to solve, right? But that's how politics has wholly been for us. And we've just gotten used to those side effects and saying that, okay, no, the goal is to be radical. And we have to look at what has historically been our tradition beyond voting, right? Before our ancestors so-called died for our right to vote, right? Who were those ancestors and what was they doing before 1960s? That's when we was more in a revolution, right? We had more of that fighting spirit against white supremacy. Voting isn't a fighting spirit against white supremacy. It's utilizing the system to work within the system. It's an integrationalist mindset. It's not a separationist mindset. Separation is saying, let's get it on our own merit. Forget their welfare, forget what they got to offer. Let's do ours, and then y'all just don't come over here and mess with what we got going on. We don't need y'all, right? That's that mindset. It's a lot more radical. And the activists of our day and age, the politicians have been felons for a very long time. And how long do we allow them to fail and continue to give them chances? American people have decided, well, this is the last year, right? That's why they lost so much power. Because dissatisfaction brings about a change. And we ain't gotta be a sick people if we not dissatisfied with the disease. You know what I'm saying? And the people that constantly give us the disease. How do we allow the colonizers to give us blankets again? As if we didn't learn from the Native Americans. They're not there to comfort us.
Thank you so much for that. We talked about that separation element. We talked about Black media today. We talked about Black businesses. We talked about the Black farmers market. So as we're having these economic conversations about, pouring more into our community, what kind of advice would you give us on next steps as we move into this new administration climate?
I take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. One thing Republicans know how to do is get some money. You know what I'm saying? The president's a billionaire. His best friend Elon Musk up there, richest man in the world. The man Vivek got money off selling drugs, arbitraging. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a get money crew up there. You feel me? That's what they focus on, is setting themselves up. Now, the powerful is going to become more powerful. The rich are going to become rich. Do you want to be rich and powerful? That's question number one, right? Our relationship with money is a very interesting one. But we are now entering into cycles to where I've been speaking upon blockchain, cryptocurrency, artificial intelligence, innovations and technologies for the last 7+ years. That's where we should have been. It shouldn't have, number one, it should not be a reaction to what's happening. It should be a normal thing that we are looking towards the future and saying that, okay, let's invest in it. Right? Let's invest in the infrastructure. Let me get exposure in what's about to be built out. So with cryptocurrency, everybody should have the skill sets of being able to build out a crypto portfolio within their family by understanding token economics, known as tokenomics. Right? Having the ability to simply go order the coin. Which one should I hold long term? Which one should I buy? Right? Maybe teaching your sons or daughter how to go in there and buy meme coins so they can be sniping. You can be sitting your son and daughter down right now. Literally showing them the meme coin industry, which is where 84% of billionaires are made. And those meme coins are essentially pump and dump coins that don't make any sense, but people are buying in them for an opportunity or the fear of missing out, like Dogecoin, you know what I mean? Like, they got one called Peanut right now, right? They got Pepe coins, they got all of these different ones that's out there, Sheep. So imagine if you would taught your son and daughter how to create coins, go in there and buy and snipe them, and they sitting in their room and just making millions. you would like your children a little more. Let's go have some more of these. You can have one child and pay for all the rest. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a skill set that makes sense. I was talking to my barber earlier, man. You know, I say, first of all, the problem is we don't go 100% in on things. We see the opportunity. People out there making millions of dollars. And then we just go back about our business. Now I'm gonna go to school for 8 years instead. Huh? What you wanna do? You know that the majority of black wealth is lost in student school debt. So though it's supposed to be our pathway towards wealth, but the logical mind of all this schooling didn't give nobody education to say, wait a minute, this not working. So when to me it was easy to say there's a new route, there's new opportunities, let's take them. Right? You have a new money system. DeFi is decentralized finance. DeFi was built to defy the modern, banking system and the institutions where they have centralized control over money that we've historically complained because they don't give us any real return on savings. You can't save money in the bank. That money is melting away through inflation. Right? You want to save money, then you got to stake it. You want to save money, you have to buy assets. There's a report that came out that said in 2053, black wealth would be at zero because the report was showing that we're not accumulating assets, right? Meaning that if we was to take 5 to 10% every single month and then we bought gold, right? That means that by the time gold goes to 5,000, maybe 10,000, the market cap for gold is at 17.1 trillion right now. The market cap for the total crypto is only around like 3.4 trillion. So crypto hasn't even caught up to the asset of gold, the entire market of crypto. That means that there's only 5% adoption. That means that you're early, right? So you want to have digital assets, you want to have physical assets, and you want to have skill sets, right? Not degrees and money and bank accounts. It's a new paradigm, so that means you have to move forward with that paradigm. So if we look at the things that will be towards the future, number one, okay, RFK is going to be going against the health giants and big pharma. So a lot of people are shorting those stocks, meaning that they're betting on them to go down and then they make money when that happens. So everybody is on their Ozempic Olympics phase right now. You know what I mean? The Belgian people is eating good off that. You feel me? But if he's going against that, if he so-calledly is able to succeed in making that regulation harder, then those companies may start to go down. And it's not even that they automatically lose profit, but the sentiment in it, that the investors decide that this is a little more risky, then let me go invest in wellness, right? Let me go invest in mushroom, because legislation may push to where they allow different peptides and things of that nature. The wellness industry is growing, so that means that you get a little knowledge, you develop a thesis, meaning that you study, you observe, and you ask yourself, okay, what is going to be the future? So I did this in 2020. I did a long video. It was almost like an hour and a half, 2 hours long, where I talked about 19 different asset classes and industries that I believe are going to thrive to the future. I took that same video because I also study artificial intelligence. I put it into a program called Tasha, right? Tasha is where I take my videos and I transcript them out instantly, right? Then I take it to the AI to ask them, how much of this did I predict right? Right? I said, this was in 2020. He gave me a breakdown. He said, boy, you was on point. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say it like that. Because that's what it broke down to. Because I broke down, where precious metals was going, right? Where gold was going. Right, where the wellness industry was going, where mushrooms were going, where blockchain was going. All of my ideas, and when you have a thesis, that becomes your investment thesis. Meaning that now you can decide to say, okay, well, if I think that gaming is going to explode and be even bigger, then let me go find companies that benefit from that and invest in that, so when it gets bigger, my share of that grows as well. Right? If you think that America is going to fall, then learn put options and put it on the companies that's going down. Right. New companies are entering the NASDAQ, $1 trillion companies, right? These companies are too big to fail. Put your money in them over the next 10 years, you think that they're going to try to get to 2 trillion? Right? So as their money is doubling, your money doubles, right? Blockchain technology come back around. You have DeFi, you have all of these different crypto projects. They represent, basically, I call it the block market. You have the stock market that represent companies. You have the block market where essentially these are companies and projects on the blockchain and they represent coins, right? So it can sometimes be an AI company, right? It could be where they allow you to buy physical land. You can buy now, pay later. They have it to where you can own your cryptocurrency, lend it out for somebody else for a certain amount of time, and then charge them interest on it, where you literally become a bank. So if these are the things that you learn and teaching your children, like we live in the future, but we operate like it's still in the 90s. You feel me? So I would say update, right? Get up to current time where we at right now. You're gonna see the world differently, right? You have to then curate your Twitter to the people that are talking about cryptocurrency. Jump into the telegrams where they talking about trading, what coins to get in and out of. Make this 100% lifestyle for you every day. I don't know nobody. I just have a student of mine the other day hit me up. He took my infinite wealth strategies where I taught tokenomics, and he said, single-handedly, just by taking this course alone, nothing else, from what you taught me about tokenomics, I'm a billionaire. And he showed me, right? Because when you go 100% into something, you choose a destiny, right? I'm not talking about passively just seeing something. If the opportunity is that massive, if all of these countries and companies are going to put it on their balance sheet, meaning that if I think it's going to go up, the biggest risk is not owning it, right? If Bitcoin goes to 1 million, why the hell would I just want to watch? Instead, what you do as a company, you put it on your balance sheet to say, you know what? Even if we're not making profits from our products, he owns Bitcoin and it's going up. The person who did that was Michael Saylor. Everybody's calling him crazy. He went and bought 100 million. Then he bought 1 billion. He said, listen, I think it was John D. Rockefeller, maybe, man. He said, if you want to build a bridge, you want to show people it's safe, go stand in the middle of it, right? If you build a plane, go fly on it. So he decided to put his money where his mouth is. Say, well, I told people that this is the future of investment technology and things of that nature. But if I would put 100 million, it's good for 1 billion. 1 billion is good for 2 billion, right? I think our family, the biggest risk is us not going all in on something that we believe in. Whether it's ourselves, whether it's stocks, whether it's crypto, whether it's people that we believe in, go all the way in.
There it is. Clap it up for that. You gotta go in. You gotta get focused. You gotta take it to the next level. We the only ones that can do it. Let me ask y'all a question. Anybody catch the name of the platform he was saying that he used to be able to get the information? Somebody tell me. Taj?
Oh, Taja. Taja is actually owned by a black man, happy to say. I got a link for y'all so I can get my